Hi, my name is Nick Osborne, aka The Coffee Detective. Today we're going to have a quick look at the Espro Press. And first of all, thank you to the guys in Vancouver who sent this to me. I've been looking forward to receiving this, and especially because I like simple, elegant coffee makers. So here's the Espro, and this little fellow here you'll recognize as a French press, and I put it there simply because if you're wondering what this is, it's one of these, a bit different, and I think it's reasonable to say better than a regular French press or regular press pot. You know, I like them both. I like the aesthetics of both. I like the simplicity of both. I like the fact that they both make great coffee. So in terms of the coffee, I have no argument, but I think the Espro comes ahead for two or three reasons. One, you know, regular French presses are made of glass, and I like that visually. What I don't like is the fact that if I pour myself one cup of coffee, or you know, if I pour one or two and there's still, you know, half a pot full, that gets cold. You know, it loses its temperature very, very quickly. Not so with the Espro, because it has this steel outer wall, but it actually has twin walls. There's another steel wall inside, a gap in between, and a vacuum. So this is about a little bit of a vacuum flask, not at the top, but the sides and bottom are like a vacuum flask. So I actually tried this morning, and I nearly burnt my tongue the first time, the first sip. So yeah, you know, you get a hot cup of coffee, and it stays hot for much longer. The other thing is that I've had a habit over the years of breaking these glass beakers. I don't do it a lot, but I've certainly cracked them or shattered them a few times over the years, and of course that won't happen with stainless steel. Next comes the filter part. You know, the filter on a traditional French press is very simple. And again, I mean, largely I like it, but you do end up with that little bit of sludge in the bottom of your cup, which not everyone likes. So now we're going to have a look inside the Espro, and surprise, it looks a little different. What it actually has is a dual filter. Here's the first filter, the first half, and here is the second filter, very, very fine. And what this means is it actually takes more of the kind of sludge, the very fine pieces of coffee. It takes it out so that when you pour your coffee, it's actually very clean, no bits, and wonderful. Like I say, I had a cup this morning, and I just loved it. Now, when I first got this and I saw this little device here, this double filter, I thought, oh, okay. So I put the coffee in here, and then I put it on. And I think I thought that way because this reminds me of things like K-cups and other single-serve devices for where you put the coffee into the filter. Not so. You keep them both on like that. They come apart simply so that you can clean and wash, you know, just rinse afterwards. But just with a regular press pot, what you do is you get your coffee, your coarse ground coffee, the same as with regular French press. And this is just an 8-ounce pot here. So I'm just going to do a heaped coffee scoop, and I'm going to put a little bit more in because I like a little bit more in. Of course, this isn't something you can do when you're using single serve. If you want a little bit more, you can't, because they're all the way they're meant. You know, it's a fixed serving size. Okay, so what I would do normally if I were over by the sink is I would actually fill this with hot water first to heat up the steel so I don't lose any temperature when the water goes in. What I've done is I pre-boiled some water, came to the boil just before I started the video, so it should now be at about 200 degrees Fahrenheit. I just pour it in just like a regular French press, and then I'm going to put this on top as normal, and I'm going to wait a while. I might swirl it around a bit. Sometimes I actually stir it a bit, but with the top on, I just generally just swirl it around a bit so all the grinds get wet and I get good extraction. Now I'm going to leave that there for 4 minutes, and then I'm going to enjoy another cup of coffee. I won't keep you for that 4 minutes. You know, afterwards it's just the same, a regular press pot. You just push that down. And in fact, you know, one of the things I wondered with that double filter, is it a harder push? And in fact, it's not. It's extremely smooth. And in fact, smoother than I've found with a regular French press. Like when I do it now, it's, you know, there's nothing in there. But when I'm making coffee in a French press, sometimes I find that a bit of an uneven push. This is very even, very nice. So again, thanks to the guys at Espro for sending this to me. I mean, I really like it. I'm going to be traveling in a few days, and I'm going to actually put this in my suitcase along with some ground coffee, because hotel coffee makers are not renowned for their quality. So that's it. That's the Espro Press. It's available in the 8 ounce. I think there's a lot. They have a 32 ounce. And they're shortly going to be coming out with an 18 ounce, like an intermediate size, which at the moment they're raising funds for on Kickstarter. Now, this is at the time of recording. This is towards the end of March 2013. So if you want to support these guys, if you want to get yourself an Espro Press, then go over to Kickstarter, do a search for Espro, and you'll find all the information about their new 18 ounce size. Okay, I'm going to leave that a couple more minutes, and then I'm going to enjoy my coffee. Thank you very much.